I forget if we said it in the episode, but it's okay.
I mean, yeah, we'll just. It'll just be like, all right, Miss. Wait, yeah, wait. What do we call Hold'em?
Hold'em.
Like, no, I meant like last name wise.
Hold'em.
M.
Yeah.
M, comma, hold.
Hold them. Hold all of them? Yes, hold them.
Yes.
Olive is the middle name.
Hold all of them.
What's his middle name?
His middle name is the apostrophe.
Yeah. You guys followed the Greyhound to the golf course, where Mr. McClare decided to stay on the field, and Mr. Leclerc, sorry, I'm a doofus, decided to take a look around the golf course, and, stay there while both Cliff and Hold'em decided to check out the maintenance shed with Miss Ruiz. Yeah, right? Okay, I'm just making sure I got all my...
Yeah.
Yeah. And you guys, figured out that there was some sort of weird parasite that attacked the Greyhound, and you kind of put that two and two together, and then all three of you heard a scream coming from in town. William, at the same time, you also heard a scream coming from the alleyway near the diner. And if I remember correctly, you saw the waitress that had walked out, and you also saw the Greyhound with its jaw unhinged.
Yikes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, that's a good summary.
Like
Alright,
fully unhinged or just like dramatically agape?
like unhinged, like the way that a snake unhinges its jaw to eat something whole.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Big yikes.
The price is yikes.
The price is yikes.
Okay, and that was the only transformation thing that we saw of the dog. I thought there was something else, but I forget.
You guys have seen the dog get up from getting hit by a car. You guys have seen the dog grow a fourth leg. And you also saw the dog being barked at by a bunch of dogs in the junkyard.
Okay. Yeah, no, I thought that there was something else in that very moment, but that's fine.
Oh,
Okay.
and you also saw it just standing in the golf course.
Yes, that also is a thing.
Yeah. I think because we ended with William last time, I'm going to jump to Jeremiah. Jeremiah, both Cliff and... All right, with that, we're going to move to William.
Go ahead, Matt. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Jeremiah, both Cliff and Hold'em just went off to go check out the shed. Is there anything you wanted to check out on the golf course, or are you just chilling?
I guess I was just chilling.
Okay.
I don't explicitly remember. I'm just trying to backtrack and remember. I just flat out refused. I was really obnoxious, and I just flat out refused to follow them to do any investigating. Right? I was just I'm just not gonna.
Yeah, because fuck that weird dog shit.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm pretty much maintaining that stance.
Okay.
So I'll chill.
I think with that you hear off of the the golf course about a block away, you hear a feminine scream.
I think I'd probably investigate that.
I'm sorry, you cut out for a
If that's an
moment.
option. I'm sorry. I think I'd go investigate that.
Okay.
I want
And
to go
then
take a look at where the scream is coming from.
okay. And then just based on your guys' also proximity is going to be, how soon you guys get there if you do decide to investigate. Cliff and Hold'em, you've also heard the scream. Is there any immediate reaction as to what you're doing, or you guys have also just gotten the videotape from
Yes.
Ruiz?
From Rita, yeah.
Rita.
Yeah, I've got the I'm probably really on edge right now, but I think I would look at Cliff to kind of be like give him a look like, hey, is screaming normal here on this golf course?
Is that what you say to me, or is that just the
No,
look
that's
that
like
you...
that's what I'm saying to you with my look.
Oh, okay. Just with your look, okay.
Yeah.
I'm also my blood pressure is through the freaking roof, and I am not prepared for what I'm about to see, but I am just like, knowing what we saw in the shed, I'm like, what was that? And I turn to, I basically turn to walk or run towards the scream.
I will follow him because I don't have anything else to do.
All right. Then I'm going to jump to the immediate action of what's happening in front of William. William, you make your way to the alley and you see uh, the waitress, a waitress you've seen a few times before, most of the time, just walking in the background or serving you whenever, you've happened to go to the Flats Diner. And you see a greyhound that looks a little, a little beat up, a little patchy, a little mangy. But the very thing that is so off-putting about it is its jaw is unhinged, as if it could, almost swallow something its own size.
Ugh.
I start screaming.
Okay.
This is that dog, right? And he points to the videotape thing.
I think so. Yeah. I mean that I don't think that it's different. I mean, not to say that there isn't a lot of these greyhounds around, but I don't know. That looks like the same one.
All right, I'm gonna pull out my shotgun.
Oh shit! Okay,
Oh.
I think the waitress was about to turn and be like, what the fuck are you talking about? And then sees the shotgun in your hand and just immediately is now even more scared.
I'm
And
not.
I kind of glance at the shotgun. I'm just like, nice.
More people should have these.
I think. Also, I just want to make clear too. You guys are free to interrupt me at any point.
Okay.
As long as it's not rude.
I thought that was just
Because
like a life
if I'm saying this
understanding.
character's doing something, y'all can interrupt that action.
Okay.
Because right now the dog's going to begin to actually, seeing the amount of people that are surrounding it, or at least looking at it, it's actually slowly gonna back into the alley.
So I see Hold'em pull out the gun, and I almost immediately I try to push it down before he could lift it, because I'm just I don't want to kill this thing. I mean, I don't know what the hell that voice was. I want to kill this thing. I mean, I don't even know if it was just, if I don't know what to do with this dog. I'm as confused as anyone. I don't know if killing is the right thing to do.
Look, me too. I don't want to kill it either, but we gotta be prepared in case something happens, and I don't want it to hurt anyone else. and I keep the shotgun like I keep it pointed down for Cliff's sake, but it's still out and still kind of like in the direction of the dog.
Okay.
And just for clarification purposes, is we kind of saw like the end where like the dog was starting to basically become normal again. We didn't really see it in the state of it having the unhinged jaw, right?
I think you saw like its mouth returning to place, like it didn't look right.
Saw that.
And
so like the implication was that it was not.
It did not look normal.
Ago.
No, it did not look normal. No.
Okay, so I think that Cliff is still freaked out, but I will stand by Cliff's initial statement as well.
The dog's gonna continue to just back up into the alley, but like it is not panting. Its mouth is closed. Its eyes are just like locked onto all of you as it just continues.
And it's just like moonwalking away. Like, what do you mean? It's just continuing to back into the alley.
No, it's just like
locking
like
in on us. And then,
the way that like an animal like kind of is backs up just cautiously while just keeping an eye on a threat.
Okay. I think that for me, I just kind of stay behind everything because I am very much, I want to investigate, but at the same time, I am. Oh, I see the waitress in distress, and I think I walk up to her and ask, are you okay, miss?
I think she grabs you by the shirt and she says, "What the fuck is going on?"
I don't know as much as you know. I have no idea what's happening. That dog has been running around my golf course and all of a sudden it just I see him all right there. Like what is everything fine? Is everything okay?
I think with that the dog actually turns and bolts down the alleyway.
Hold'em is gonna chase after it. Not tell anyone, but just chase after it.
Okay. All right.
Do
I need to do a move for that or anything, or not yet?
I don't think so yet.
It's just running.
I think Cliff is gonna use his old retired fireman, try to be the savior of the people and just kind of stay by the waitress for now.
Okay, William.
William's gonna follow. Hold him.
No shit. Okay.
Does the friend say anything to that?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Here we go.
So what happens when we chase?
I'm assuming. I think I know Leclerc. Leclerc's just gonna just chill out.
Oh, sorry. So the way that I picture is I kind of picture like him like picking up his like cowboy hat and kind of like wiping some sweat away from his brow and put it back on, just being like, "Ma'am," and like walking away, but like with the intention of, because has shown like curiosity for these things happening, like especially initially seeing what was happening in the graveyard and kind of like being inquisitive about what was going on. So I think that he's kind of a loner, and like from his past and his shady business that he's done, he kind of likes to be cautious about approaching everything. So I think he's intrigued with following up on what the freak is happening with that dog. But he's going to do so in a way that kind of takes him around. Like, he's not going to do a direct shot down the alley like the other guys. He's kind of just going to be like, all right, good day, just kind of follow, to you folks. And then, like, kind of take his own path, but eventually try to scope out and wind back out to where he thinks that the dog may have retreated to.
All right, I get you. I think the two of you, as you are running down, and this dog moves quick.
Okay.
Like, dogs already move fast, but, like... And I think it's just offsetting, because whenever you see a dog run... Because animals with fur don't sweat. The way that they, I was about to say regenerate their stamina. But the way they regenerate their stamina is through panting. Except this dog's mouth is just shut. And the way that it runs, it is just like a blank stare forward as it just runs. And this alleyway is actually pretty small. and small in the sense that small is the wrong word. I would say probably short in the sense that about 20 feet ahead is actually a fence. That like like a regular metal fence,
Right.
crosshatched, that actually leads then out, onto the other side of the block, and the dog is just running straight for that fence.
I think Hold'em sees that and just stops and watches what it does, what it would do.
So, William?
I think William would do the same, but like kind of
Okay.
a little bit behind Hold'em.
Okay. The dog actually reaches the fence and comes to a stop, and then one side to the fence, one side to you, looks at the two of you, and can even see like Leclerc just like slowly making it in the back, and you guys see something very disturbing as the dog itself, its skin almost seems to undo itself, and it almost liquefies in a way that like blood and muscle kind of untether themselves, as almost it's strangely solid but gelatinous flesh like just form, just like a blob, just kind of decom as it just takes itself apart piece by piece.
Is that dog dematerializing?
That's the word. That's the word of the day.
Brought to you by the letter. What the fuck is going on?
Dematerialize. My dog dematerialized.
So
Guide to dummies, what to do when your dog dematerializes.
Except it's not. It's hard to visually describe because it is not liquid. It breaks itself down to like flesh, and you can see bits of bone, and it like piece by piece squishes itself in between the pieces of the fence, and then slowly begins to kind of piece itself together back on the other side. And as it takes a few moments to kind of piece itself together, this horrible, grotesque scene comes back together as this greyhound dog that then looks at you, tongue out panting, tail wagging, looks at the two of you, and then runs off.
Okay, William vomits on the spot.
Fair reaction.
William is a whole mood.
Hold'em is probably close to that, but he's gonna put his hand on William's back and go, "Hey kid, what the? I saw you there. I'm not doing the voice. I saw you there before. What the fuck happened? Get your like bearings first. Like don't like." Don't try to talk.
Clean up after
puke
yourself.
in your mouth.
Kid fucking aspirates because he feels the pressure of responding to you.
It takes Will a few seconds to pull himself together, and he's like, he tells to Hold'em, why do you think I know anything about this? Like,
I don't know,
I'm
dude.
just an innocent bystander.
You ran into the alley with me though. Is there?
Yeah.
Yeah. After this dog. Is what? Why? You got to know something.
And he just takes a second and kind of questions himself too, like, why did I do that? Because he's trying to hide something, and he's just like, what the fuck was I thinking?
I think you hear the voice in your head. Just tell him what you saw.
So all right. Will turns back to Hold'em and says, "Well, I just saw that whole thing. Like, but before you guys even got there, his jaw was unhinging, and he looked like he was about to do something to that waitress. So
Okay.
I just felt like I had to do something, but I don't know what to do."
Okay. All right. I'm gonna. This is gonna sound really weird. If you could at all forget what you just saw, that would make things like a whole lot easier.
I think Jeremiah just walks up at this point.
So
I figure I take out
go
a
away.
Newport and light it up, and I just kind of make a "hoo boy" face and just walk completely 180, walk in the direction. No fucking problem, man. I am out.
All right, I guess they're gonna leave the alley, or Holden's gonna start walking out of the alley, but making weird he's trying to do magic fingers at Will, not actually doing magic, just forget about this. You saw nothing. These are not the droids you're looking for. Type of bullshit.
I feel like Will's just gonna be all sorts of fucked up. We are not treating this guy well.
Cliff, is there anything? Or sorry, Will, is there anything you wanted to do?
I'm just gonna wait until they leave the premises, and should I be saying this out loud, or I'm gonna say I'm saying it out loud because of just the sheer.
If you want to talk to the voice in your head, I think you can do that through thought. I don't think you have to say it out loud.
I'm just gonna say in this particular instance because he's so shocked. He's like, "What the fuck is going on?"
I think the waitress to Cliff says the exact same thing.
Is that when we come back? It's almost simultaneous.
Just what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
I think she kind of just collects herself for a moment, and she's like, you all saw that, right?
I came out in at the very end. What did you see?
Something a whole lot worse. Oh, were we back yet?
I'm talking to the waitress.
Okay, sorry.
I mean, I imagine.
Wow,
you guys
the
are-
waitress
you're back.
sounds like she's had a heavy dose of testosterone lately.
Yeah, really.
No, you're just astral projecting.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, you're just talking to the waitress then?
You guys can come on in. Come on in.
Okay.
Join the conversation.
Yeah.
So,
Don't.
Okay, then I
think-
did say that.
I think the waitress just don't.
Wait, can I hear from the waitress first?
Yeah, sorry.
Don't bullshit me because I she's very very shaken because I've seen some shit and I think that takes the cake.
Girl, same.
Listen, I literally
anyone want to
heard a
explain
scream. I came running.
What is going on?
I came running over here and I did not, and then I think at this point, yeah, I see that Hold'em and the rest of them come back. I was like, where did the dog go?
Through a fence.
I'm sorry, what now?
Through a fence.
Was there a gate through the fence? Is that what you mean? The gate opened? And there's
Yeah.
right through there?
Yeah, let's go with that.
Or
For a guy who just wants everybody to forget what happened, you're not making this easy for yourself. You'd have been he's with his owner. Miraculously he showed up and they left. Instead you're I don't know.
I just kind of shrug off whatever Hold'em's saying because he's clearly not telling me everything. But I turn my attention immediately back to the waitress. And I'm just I know that you are going through a lot of trauma right now, but I'm very curious as to what you saw because I saw the tail end and that was, oh boy, wild.
Can I ask a really quick canon question just for clarification?
yeah.
Do Cliff and Hold'em were they were just paired up for this particular instance and just by Cliff forcefully pairing himself up with Hold'em, or I'm forgetting just a quick reminder on why they're together in this.
So I've known Holden because he comes to the golf course every once in a while.
Right, okay, never mind.
So.
That's good. That helps. That's it. That's literally all I need. Everything's coming back to me now in waves. Thank you.
No
the
problem.
waitress can continue.
Can I and trust me, I am in this almost the same boat as you. Talking to the waitress, I'm saying, I don't know much what's happening.
Did she fall asleep?
Did she fall asleep?
Is she narcoleptic? Is that the plot twist?
Oh.
Yeah, in the the plot twist is that she was very tired from working an all-nighter, and she has fallen asleep. No, she did not fall asleep. I think she's just waiting. I think she's looking to you all. She's just looking at you all like, do you all have some kind of answer for what the shit it pulled back there? I don't.
That's why I'm asking you.
Did you guys see the shit with the squirrel?
What's the squirrel?
Wait,
what?
And she points in the alleyway, and I think now you guys, without the craziness of the dog, and I think you guys actually saw it on the way back too. Walking back down the alley. That I should have said when you were doing that.
It's okay.
That I think you saw kind of a patch of what looks like some kind of looks like could be dried blood on the ground, as well as a few other things like a knocked over trash can. You see a cup of ice cream that's just sitting on the ground. It's a little difficult for me to. Oh, sorry. Do you mind if I cut in for a minute?
Yeah, sure.
It's a little difficult for me to hear you guys' audio. To where I'm not 100% sure what the fuck is happening right now.
Okay.
Same.
You and me both.
So as far as I know, Julia just agreed to keep this quiet. I don't know what LeClaire and William's reactions were, and how they're feeling about this.
LeClaire and William are not there, I don't think, and me and Hold'em and Cliff are. Cliff. I am in the show now. No, Hold'em and Cliff are talking about trying to convince LeClaire and William, go to them and convince them to help us in this.
That's what we want to do next.
Yeah.
Okay. I think Julia hears you guys and says...
Well, okay, that's the one. That's why. So I preferenced it by saying we were trying to get earshot.
We stepped away from her.
We stepped away from her.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Sorry.
I was just...
Okay.
No, it's fine.
Okay. It was gonna be something that could be helpful if you want. But,
Oh.
All right. We thought we were out of earshot, and it turns out I totally misjudged.
No, you guys can find your own paths.
Okay. I say
if you're wondering why Jeremiah pretty much stays the fuck out, this is why.
I say to Hold'em in response to his proposal. I say, yeah, I guess so, but at the same time, now that I think about it, I'm getting worried that Rita might, not want to get more people involved that already are, and I mean, I guess as long as I keep the golf course out of the conversation,
We're not going to involve the golf course. We're not going to involve the golf course. We just need to get as much information as we can to stop this dog. And I don't know how much I can tell you, but you saw that the thing tattoo I showed Rita, I don't know a lot, but I know more than you. And about the fact that if we don't stop this dog, it's not just people are going to get hurt. Something bad is going to happen. That's all I can say.
Okay, I mean, I'll take your word for it.
So, will you go to Jeremiah and ask him to
Yeah, I'll
get
do
with
it.
us?
I'll do it, absolutely.
Okay. And then
We head our
Holden,
separate ways.
Holden's gonna do a weird like put your hands in team. No, okay. And
Nah,
then he walks away.
you did it like wait 2 or 3 seconds too late, and when I'm already like walking.
You've already turned your back.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I want to actually. I'm curious. So William left.
William is still in the alleyway.
William, what are your thoughts on all of this?
Right now, he's trying to talk to the voice in his head and get some questions answered.
Sure.
First, he's like, "What the fuck is going on right now?" Because he still has no idea how to process what he just saw, and he's just he needs an answer now.
Oftentimes, parasites are born in either singularly or in pairs. I was born in a pair. And
Come on.
I heard Kelsey laugh and made me laugh. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
it's okay.
Because I thought of somebody being born inside of like a fruit.
I was born inside of a pear.
Exactly. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Ignore that I ever existed.
Alright.
It's so fucking stupid.
Alright, yeah, I'm gonna try this again.
Alright, you know what?
Okay.
William, that is a parasite like you. Do you understand? However, it's acting incorrectly.
How does
It's
something
incorrect, like us.
I see. Okay.
There is a natural instinct for when I am born to seek out the most available, most intelligent living creature that I can. And I found you. Whatever that is, must have found that dog. And it is not joining correctly. Whether that is on the dog or the parasite, I do not know. After merging, identity is kept secret. This dog is far too out in the open and far too careless. However, there's also a natural instinct that if a parasite is incorrect, if it is acting out of line, it should be terminated. Every fiber of my being wants to kill that parasite because I know it is incorrect. However, that means the same exact for every other parasite if you were to run into them, including that dog. If it thinks for a moment that you are more than a human, you will become its first priority. What I think is best is you should stay out of it. It is not our problem.
And then Hold'em runs down the alleyway and says, "Hey kid, we need to talk."
There's no need to risk your own life.
Oh.
Sorry, what was your next question?
He William just kind of brushes that last remark off and turns to Holden. What?
We need to talk about something.
What's to talk about?
So, you know how I did all that, like, forgetty Jedi mind power stuff? I need you to, like, remember what you just saw again. I'm guessing you never forgot it. Okay,
Yeah,
anyway.
no.
Yeah, so, how do I put this? If we don't kill that dog, really bad things are going to happen, and I don't know how else to say that. And you seem to know at least a little something about what's going on. And I need your help to and I need you to help me get as much information as we can to stop this. So if you know anything, I need you to follow me.
While Holden was saying all that, Will thinks to the voice in his head and says, "Is it all right if he knows because he is not the parasite? Would it be okay? Would that be under the restrictions?"
Wait, I'm sorry. You were cutting out a little bit. What was the question?
Would it be all right if he knew because he's not a parasite, and would that be under any of the restrictions that you just told me?
I think you get the sense that as long as the dog thinks that you are human, it's not going to it's not going to think of you as the number one threat. If you do pull some parasite shit, if you pull some superpower shit, it might change direction. But that's the sense you're getting. You're getting the sense too that if you don't get involved, people can get hurt. Things are going to go badly. But the voice in your head's main priority is to stay alive. If you decide to go after it, you get the sense you have more control over your body than it does. And if you decide to go and it doesn't, you're going to go. It's not going to have that much control. Because if, you're being attacked and then it's like, I'm going to freeze you up right now, that's going to go very much against its own, survival. If you decide to go, it has no choice but to help.
Okay.
Might not like it, but
all right. So I guess with that, Will just looks Holden dead in the eyes and said, "Okay, I do have some information that you probably will need."
What is it?
Did the point of entry leave a scar or anything?
Nope. It is actually, like I said, it has healed over.
So no scar?
Nope. Because you're superhuman, baby.
No scar.
No scar, okay. He kind of lifts up his wrist and takes a look at it. I have one of those things inside me.
The what?
Whatever we just saw, I have that in my system now.
Hold'em takes out his phone or whatever he had the video on, and like plays it for. Is the video like a tape or is it on his phone?
It's on his phone.
Okay, so he takes his phone and shows William the video of what happened in the shed with the Greyhound.
Yeah.
this happened to you?
In a way, yes.
Okay. And you're not, like, crazy. Can you melt through fences? Have you tried?
Not that I know of at the moment, but I think we're just gonna save that for later.
Okay, cool. So do you want to come meet back up with... Oh, I'm Holden, by the way.
I'm Will. Nice to meet you.
Okay, we gotta go, like, meet up with my friend Cliff, and, like, talk some shit out. Do you want to come with? I'll buy you a coffee. Or tea, or whatever you drink.
Coffee, please.
Okay.
Claire, where are you going? You going home?
Where am I? Like, I don't know where I am.
I thought you walked away. I thought you were like, I'm done with this shit.
No, I did, but like, I don't even know. Like, I was just going like, bye, and like, I don't know where I am now. Like, I don't know.
So
where do you
think? Yeah,
guys,
yeah,
I had to mute my mic because I was having such a laughing attack and I can't come down from it. Okay, sorry.
You have
Are we
laughing
assuming
fits.
that
It's
I went
okay.
home?
I don't know. I'm asking you. Where does
I
Claire
don't
go?
Clearly, I need some guidance, keepers, peeper.
Wait, so okay. Well, Kels, what do you think? Like,
I think Jeremiah Sherman LeClaire is overwhelmed by the events that has transpired. And I think Jeremiah kind of just begins to meander on back home.
Oh, you don't understand. Like when you said born from a pear, like I can't come back. I just completely said it wrong. Like I was texting Chris, and we got to the point where one of the things I wrote was your pomegranate was a hamster, and your mango smelled of elderberries. Like it just became like a whole
what?
It just became a whole thing, and I just can't.
So, all right, well, hold on. Well, just to help out the situation here,
Please.
I think that Leclaire is. I'm not gonna make your character choice for you, but I'm just saying that maybe Leclaire
should. Maybe we're at this point.
Leclaire is like
just to make a new character.
What's the one place that Leclaire would go if he just wants to get the fuck out of the way at this point?
A bar.
Okay, he goes to a bar. There, set it up, bet.
Or like his bar, which is like his folding snack table with a bottle of whiskey on it in his living room.
Okay, there it is.
Remember, my character is a straight up dirtbag, so like we got a lot we can work with. I'm sorry, I just can't. The pear destroyed me. I'm trying to work my way back.
It's okay.
All right, so I was just like, bye, and now I'm. Let's just say that I started to make my way back to my trailer, because I did see the dog kind of, like, in the... Weren't there other greyhounds and, like, other stray dogs in the dump by my house?
So, in the motel you're staying in, there's a junkyard that's next door.
I was fussy on the details, but I was close.
And there are a bunch of like junkyard dogs and stray dogs that kind of just tend to hang out there. And this morning, there was a big ruckus where a lot of the dogs were barking at the greyhound as if like something was like off. So much so that like the cops showed up. I don't know
what would make them think that.
So much so the cops showed up, and you saw the man that's made it personal, the man that's after you, Roy Mescombe.
Yes, thank you.
As well as Deputy Dennis Denham Freeman.
I'm sorry, what?
Sorry,
was I really a part of that?
Yeah, there was a police officer there.
There was another police officer there who
Denim?
was dressed in all denim, but don't worry about that.
All right. It's very Britney and Justin circa early 2000s, but it's fine.
Now, do you think like you like did you just like walk home or did you because I'm trying to think if like yeah, because I'm trying to think if like Cliff was able to catch up and know like where the fuck you're staying.
I mean, he could have like intercepted me, I guess, on my way home, because I don't know how quickly, like as far as timeline's concerned, I don't know if I could have made it back home that quickly.
Yeah, sure. Let's say, Cliff, I think it takes you like a moment or two to figure out like which way Leclerc went, and I think
can't miss the cowboy hat.
Yeah, once you kind of see like you get the right direction and you're following it, and then you see the cowboy hat. I think you guys are maybe like, probably like a block or two away from the motel, just on the street.
Okay.
Bunch of
by the way, I like right before I intercept Leclerc, I text. I think I send a text to Luna, with the phone number. I mean, unless it's a landline, or is that a cell phone that was on the card? Matt.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just sent a text just being like, I just text them and say, can they meet me like after hours at the golf course or something, just or like maybe like outside the golf course, just because I just need to talk and you might have some insight.
I think you get an immediate text back. What just saying like tonight ?
Whoa.
Kind of, yeah. Yes, if you can, please.
And then just a straight like okay.
Okay, cool. And so then I see Leclerc and I walk up to him. I'm like, first actually, just to refresh myself, did I know Jeremiah Leclerc's name at all? Like, did he introduce himself?
I think we did like a brief.
Yeah, you guys did at the golf course.
Interaction on the golf course, yeah. I mean, I'm super friendly, as we all know. So.
Okay. Mr. Leclerc. Hi. I think we need your help.
I just kind of swivel and look at you and take a really long drag on my cigarillo. And then, as I let it out, I'm just like, for what?
You were chasing that dog. And I don't know what you saw, but I think that now that you're here and involved with this, we need your assistance. Anything that you could provide. Just
hold up. I investigated an instance that looked intriguing, and then I promptly decided I did not want to be involved and went on my merry way. So what could I possibly have in this that would benefit me to want to be involved now?
We just need we need the bodies to take on whatever this is. If this is if this is more than just a dog,
so
then we need to take care of. We need to deal with this, and we need people by our side with this.
No offense, but if you try to deal with this, all you're gonna have is bodies.
You know, you might be right, but if we can step in front of this whole thing and stop it before it gets worse, I think it could really save more people than if we don't do anything.
I'm not convinced we even know what we're dealing with.
I think at that point I'm gonna show him the video that's on my phone, the same video that Hold'em just showed. This was from the other night. Yep. In a nearby shed.
What's Jeremiah's reaction?
Fuck.
Fuck.
Look, I know you probably don't have much stake in any of this, and I understand that.
Hello?
That you probably want to just go on your merry way, but we need you in this. You know more than most other people, and I think that your calm demeanor to this whole thing is something that we just need in this instance.
You don't even know who I am.
Well, we can learn.
All right, you got me.
We can learn to love.
All right, no, I don't love no one. I'm out. No. All right, so I think that you your begging piques my interest enough to be like, I want to learn more about what they think they have going on and what they think they can do about it. But I'm like thoroughly not convinced and think you're all crazy and begrudgingly go with you. Because I feel like I've seen enough weird shit go down that I'm like, you're just better off going the other way and letting that play out. Almost like I feel like Jeremiah has a little bit of like a, like Bible Belt kind of like fate will be what it may, manifest destiny type of feel to him, where he's just like, whether we get involved or not, whatever that wants to do, it's going to do whatever it's going to do. So he's just kind of like, he's intrigued, but he's not convinced by any means.
I am completely oblivious to your skepticism.
There you go.
And I basically like take you by like the arm and like drag you, like, all right, let's go.
And I fucking whip my arm away and I'm like, do not touch me.
All right,
I think,
and we head towards
you guys.
Hold him.
I think as you agree to work together. I don't know if you actually grab him by the arm, but I think as there's finally like a moment of like a sigh of relief, Jeremiah, you hear something you'd really rather not hear, and you've heard it this morning, and it's the dogs barking at the junkyard. Table Party has been brought to you by Team Chaos Productions. Find us on Twitter at The Table Party and find more of our work at Team Chaos Productions. See you again soon. Later.